Welcome back to the Digital Den. I'm your host, Riley Burton, here with Mr. Phillips' weekly newsletter. Let's give it up for Mr. Phillips.
How are you, Riley Burton?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's been a good week.
Yes, sir.
Good week. I've been out of the building the last couple of days. I feel like I say that every week, but got to spend some time in a high school the last couple of days. Got to get some ideas of what we can do, and always trying to get better. So, but glad to be back. Glad to be around kids. I always say, y'all remove me from kids, I don't like it. So, back to where I'm comfortable.
We're glad to have you back.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So Halloween was this Tuesday. Tell us how the costumes.
It was actually it was a little bit calm, honestly, for high school. It was all kids were great. Did well. We didn't have any issues. It's always a fun day, I guess. Halloween and Valentine's Day you could get rid of for me, but those tend to be days that cause problems. But it went off without a hitch. Had some really creative stuff go on. Had some kids do some pretty cool stuff. So good day. It was a good night at my house that night. Got to see. I actually had some high school kids show up at my house want candy. You believe that? Trick or treating in my house. They're like juniors in high school.
I believe it.
Yeah, I know. And I gave them some. I'm the nice guy. I did give them some candy. So it was a good day.
So due to lack of interest, senior trip has been canceled and all deposits will be fully refunded. So our test results recently came in. Can you tell us about how our school did?
They went public, I guess, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. So last year, the way the state scores, there's like 5 color codes they give you. It's kind of on a scale. You're either red, yellow, red, then orange, and yellow, and then green, and then blue. So last year, we were kind of right in the middle at yellow. This year, we actually moved to green. So really good year for us testing-wise. Really excited. Monday night, I get to go present to the board. We do a roundtable type discussion where I get to talk to our board members about how well you all have done, the effort that we're seeing. Our ECE population did extremely well. They scored really well. So just a lot of hard work by a lot of teachers and a lot of hard work by a lot of students. Starting to pay off a little bit. So I think it's exciting times right now around here when it comes to that kind of stuff. And that's one of them things, we enjoy that, right? Like we'll get it out there and we're going to celebrate you all as kids. We had our teachers in Tuesday afternoon and did cake and ice cream with them. But man, for me, it's more about we celebrate the process. We celebrate every day. We want every day to be just special and we think if we do that every day and show up and if kids want to be here and we do our job, this test results will kind of take care of themselves. So that's kind of how we attack it every day. But we enjoy the process is what it is. You can give me some results in October. We can test in May and get those results back, and it's fine. And we enjoy that. And we think we're always going to do well because we do the process well. So,
yes, sir.
But a good day for us for sure. Countywide was really good. So elementaries and middle across the board, pretty good day.
Yes, sir, it was. So next Friday is our Veterans Day parade. Is there anything students and parents need to know?
So next week during advisory, our y'all are going to make some posters and do some things to celebrate our veterans in our community. This is something that when I moved to this county, I taught in a different county years ago. When I moved here, I thought the Veterans Day parade, if I remember right, the McGahees at the middle school always put that on, Miss AMAC and EMAC. In my first year, I was like, holy cow, this thing is special. Like, you talk about celebrating those people that have served our country and done those things, and man, it's really cool to see that. So now we've built it into, I think it actually started with COVID. Like, I think all the veterans get together and the police officers will bring them through the parking lots of all the schools next Friday morning. So that's a really cool kind of, we'll all go out and line up and have our signs. So I think COVID kind of pushed that. It used to be a pretty big celebration indoors, and we kind of had to get away from that. And the parade went so well, we were like, hey, let's just keep it, So, yes, so they do all 4 schools, I think, and all the kids get to go out and see them. And I know that the veterans, they just absolutely love seeing those signs and kids waving to them.
All their support.
It is, man. It's those are people sometimes that are forgotten about a little bit, and we got to make sure we keep them at the front. Keep them at the front of our mind because they sacrificed a lot for us. So it's a good day. We enjoy it.
So a reminder to everyone to click the links below for our parent and student resources and class pages. And we've added the new counselor, Ms. Speakman's webpage, and now we've added our college and career website.
Yep.
So talk about FFA going to nationals this week.
Yes, you did. And you took one of my notes, Walker. Good job, Riley Burton.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. I would have probably forgot. Yeah, FFA's in Indianapolis right now as we speak. They've been up there all week. It's a national convention. Actually, it's a little bit, there's actually teams from other countries there too. So it's not just, I think there's some teams from Mexico and things like that. So really cool celebration of those kids. If you know anything about Spencer County, it usually, the conversation a lot of times starts with FFA. That's a program with a really rich history. Last night, our nursery team finished second in the nation. I think that's the highest maybe they've ever finished. So a really good night for them. And then today, there's a couple different competitions that they're going to get scored on tonight, so they're still up there. So I'm waiting for those messages from Mr. Dunaway or Miss Hamilton or Miss Eads to send me and let me know how they do. But it's always a good week for them. And I think if Meats, I believe it's Meats, if they win, they get to go to like the world competition in like Ireland or Germany. So I'm kind of hoping they win. That'd be a cool trip. Maybe they'll take me along with them. So that would be fun to do. But yeah, good kids. They're out there representing us well. They wear that SC. They wear it proudly, and we're glad that we get out there and they represent all of us really well. So
Yes, sir, they do.
Excited to hear how they do tonight.
So moving on to sports, we had a big week in sports. You want to talk about that?
We did. We had a big football win last week. What was it, 17-7, I believe, over Nelson County, which was the last regular season game of the year. And then we get to host a playoff game tonight against Western. Is that correct? Western High School.
Western.
Yeah, that's out from my neck of the woods where I grew up, down on Dixie Highway. So excited to have them in here, and excited. It's going to be good weather. Hey, first playoff game, it's going to be 64 and sunny. Riley, we can't complain about that, right?
No,
you can't order it up any better than that. Usually it's cold and snowy, but so it'll be good weather. We hope everybody comes out. If not, tune in to GHP Sports. I'm sure they'll be streaming it. We'll be doing that. So a good week for them. I think our cross-country team, they ran state last year, and you might have to help me with this. I think they finished 22nd
Yes, sir.
as a team. Casey DeSilva finished 5th, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So a big weekend for them. That wrapped up their season, so they're done for the year. I guess a lot of those kids will be getting ready for track probably in the springtime. A lot of those kids double dip, I think, and do both of those. So then we have, I think, Cheer is doing their state competition tomorrow, I believe.
Regionals at Valley.
Regional. At where?
At Valley.
That is where I went to school. Look at that. We're talking all about my neck of the woods today.
Yes.
So, yeah, down at Valley High School, they got that big, nice new gym down there that got built for them. So I guess that's probably why they host it there. But so wish all them, the best of luck, and hopefully they'll go down there and represent us well too. So, and then girls basketball, they start Monday night. It's here, Riley. It's here.
Sir.
Got Meade County coming here. It was supposed to be there, but I just got wind this morning that they are coming here. They had something going on, so come out and support our girls Monday night, and then our boys will get going. And they usually wait a couple weeks, I think, because some of the football players, we kind of wait to get them on the roster and make sure that we have our team out there. So excited to get basketball going. It's always fun, and boys and girls look to have really good seasons. So
Yes.
And then we got wrestling too, I think, in the winter coming up too. So I know that they're getting after it hard right now too. So I see them in the weight room all the time. That's
Yes,
how I
sir.
know. But yeah, good stuff.
So for our announcements tonight, as Mr. Phillips said, first round of playoffs begin at home. We're hosting Western at 7:30 p.m. and the theme is Blue Out.
Wear that blue.
Yes, sir. On Saturday, our cheer team is competing at regionals at 1 p.m. at Valley High School. Our girls basketball team will have their first scrimmage at home against Meade. The varsity game will start at 6. And then on November 16th, we'll have our Live at 25 driver's lessons class from 4 to 8 p.m.
Some of y'all need that. I see the way y'all drive. Y'all need that driving class.
And then Election Day will be next Tuesday, so
Yep.
we won't have any school.
Out
We'll
of
be
school
off
on
that week.
Tuesday. Yeah, they use our high school as a polling place, so we have to close down. So I'm sure y'all are excited about that day off in the middle of the week. And then we come back for a week, and then we only come 2 days because it's Thanksgiving week. So we're getting here. The holidays are getting here.
Yes, sir. As Mr. Phillips mentioned, football, we had a great win, 17-7 against Nelson County, what we call the Marksberry Bowl.
The Marksberry Bowl. Did he
Yes,
do
sir.
his podcast this week? Was he here?
Yes, sir, he did it.
Good stuff, man. That was he was excited. I know that was Kellen's last, his senior night, so I know it was a big night for Coach. But,
Yes, sir.
he went to Nelson County, so I know that's a little extra special when you win those kind of games. But that's a hard fought game, man. That Nelson
yes,
County
sir.
team's come a long way. I'd said that on our broadcast Friday night. A few years ago, that was a 45-0 or a 45-6 game. But that coach over there's done really well with them, man. They were physical.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then our cross-country team had state. They finished 22nd overall, with Casey DeSilva finishing 5th, and Rihanna Jetnity, she did well representing the girls team.
Good job.
And then also, congratulations to Miss Goodwin's Advisory for winning the Red Ribbon Week door decorating competition.
Door decorating was awesome. I don't know if y'all were in advisory classes. We had 31 classrooms that participated, so all of our doors are decorated. We had some great, it's really cool when you do school-wide stuff like that and see the creativity that comes out of kids and out of teachers. And so we had a good time. I think it was this past Monday. I actually got to be a judge on those and got to walk around and see them. But that's always good stuff.
Yes, sir. Do you have any more
Let's go on
announcements?
one 'cause she had 2 doors.
Yes.
That's
I was
right.
part of her advisory.
Y'all decorated 2 doors.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all smart. Y'all are smart in there. I saw that. That was my vote because both doors were really good. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
that was the kicker that took you all over the top.
Do you have any more announcements
I
for
do.
us?
So we got we had our first PBI celebration last Friday. That was really exciting. We had kids outside, and there was like 350 kids. So we'll have another one of them coming up. After once we get to the end of the next 9 weeks, just celebrate kids that do the right thing. They get their attendance is right, their grades are right, their behaviors are right. So that was a really good time. I don't remember what the December one is. But it'll be another fun afternoon where you get to, if you do the right thing, you'll get to miss a couple class periods and celebrate those things. And then we also have something I want to remind all parents of is we have a new field trip policy that was put into place. We had a lot of questions about that. We've had a lot of kids going and trying to do some things, and we want that. We want those kids to do that. But at the end of the day, it starts and stops with what you do in school, right? Like you have to do what you're supposed to do to enjoy those things. So if you're a truant, if you have unexcused absences, you cannot go on a field trip. If you're failing two or more classes, you cannot go on a field trip, or if you have any type of behavior write-up. So we want to make sure that when kids go out and do those things, and once again, we want you all there, but we got to know that you're going to represent us well and do those things. So show up every day, do what you're supposed to do, and then we'll get you on those field trips and let you do those things. But just wanted to give that reminder to parents. That's something that was passed through site-based back over the summer. Our teachers and our parent reps really wanted to put something in place, which I kind of took that to them because we got to a point where, we wouldn't see a kid for a week and then they show up for a field trip. And you're like, that's, I want you to go on the field trip, but I also need you here that week before to do your schoolwork. So just one of them things. We love you being here. We want you here. Our building's better when all of our kids are here. So just kind of one of them things to hold people accountable a little bit. Miss Clyde, she left me a couple notes as well. You hit on one of them a while ago. On her website is now on the SCHS page. She's put a lot of time and effort into that, our college and career coach. And we have a FAFSA night, however you say that night. That's not coming up till January 22nd, but we wanted to make sure and get that on people's radars. The whole application process for colleges, the deadlines have changed this year because they changed some things in the program, so they had to put, this is normally something we do in October, but they had to push it back this year into January because of some changes that they made, I think on the national level, to be honest with you. So just something a little bit different for seniors. And then make sure if you're a co-op senior, that's not you, Riley Burton, but that might be you in a year or two. But make sure you get that paperwork turned in on Google Classroom. We got some kids that aren't turning in their paperwork. It's a simple little Google form. Fill out what you're doing, and that way we know where you're at and can hold you accountable and get those grades put in. So besides that, man, it's been a good week. Love it.
Thank you for
It's
your time,
cold
Mr.
outside.
Phillips.
I don't like
it
that
is
cold weather
yeah.
today, but it's going to warm back up this weekend.
It was like 28 this morning.
It was
something
chilly,
like
but we're going to have good weather tonight. Might get a little cool at the end, but it'll be a good start to the game. So what's the score going to be? I'm going to put you on the spot, Riley. Give me a score.
Spencer County, 35,
Okay.
Western 7.
I like it. I was going to say 34-0, but I'll give them 7. If you're going to let them score 7, we'll give them 7, but I was going to say 34-0. We'll see who's closer.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Phillips. As always, follow us on Instagram, digitalden.schs, and our YouTube, SCHS.